Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Lodestone Productions, where we help you discover your true north. I am Aditi, and this is a message for whenever this message reaches you, because Spirit is not bound to our time and space continuum. And so, the only time by which we tell time is divine time. Dig what I'm saying? So, let us check our spiritual voicemail and see what's what. Shall we? Let's. Here we go. As my back starts to itch. All right. All right, let's whip this around. Two of Wands, Two of Cups, King of Wands, and the Tower. Two of Wands, Two of Cups, King of Wands, and the Tower. All right, so you are at a crossroads. Okay, you've been going real hard in the paint. You've been King of Wands. You've been giving it your all. Okay, you've been rawing out here, just yeah. And with the Tower here, it's like I'm glad that your passion is here, but there's going to be some changes made, and you're not going to like how they happened, because you've been good Lord, just you've been fighting real hard on something, and it's been focused on it's been focusing on the small, the minute details. You've been thinking too small. King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, and the World. You've been thinking too small. There's more there. Your energy is better spent on larger concepts. You might be going through this realization already, about where you are and what it is that you actually want to do, how you've been helping yourself, and how you've been hurting yourself. Yeah, there's been some serious introspection happening. With both the King and Queen of Cups here, you've really been putting yourself to task about how you allow your emotions to determine the moves that you make, right? With the Wheel of Fortune and the World here, this is ends and beginnings, beginnings and ends. So yes, even more introspection, especially on the heels of the Tower, and how, oh look, and the opposites with the fire and the water, and about how you are using all of this potential that you have to create what it is that you want in your own world, right? And this is not just for what you want for you as an individual. This is, again, that's thinking too small. That's just like the immediate stuff. I'm talking about things on a much grander scale. Your place in society, what you do to help society at large ascend. Three of Wands, Eight of Wands, Five of Cups, and Knight of Swords. All right. This here, yeah, we're still going. Good. This here is, oh, collective, I can relate. I can definitely relate, especially with these Five of Cups coming in where it is. All right, so helping society at large ascend, while in theory it sounds like a grand, like, oh, that's a cool concept. It's a real cool concept, and you can kind of see how that is going to take place. But there's this, how am I supposed to, I'm just an individual, how am I supposed to help society move forward when what I have to offer is not even taken seriously? I have to exert so much energy not to be understood, just heard. How? I mean, yes, it sounds, in other words, it sounds like a great idea. It's a really cool concept. Not sure how this is going to, and with the Knight of Wands also, it's like I can't wrap my brain around it. There are too many other things that that go into getting society to ascend, right? There are so many different paths that society can take. And because I am just an individual, I can't ponder them all, much less make any effective change. What am I supposed to do with all of these messages? Seven of Pentacles. Page of Wands, Nine of Swords, and Four of Cups. Oh, perfectionism. Okay. Okay. The questioning of your role in the questioning of your role in your marching orders. I don't think that a lot of you expected to receive such a hefty task to be placed in front of you. Yeah, you got to raise $50,000 or Global Gym is going to take over Average Joe's. The car wash did not work with the Seven of Pentacles. It was a nice idea, but it didn't quite work. As a matter of fact, it costed. When the car wash was all said and done, not only were they physically spent, but they actually lost money in the car wash. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. It's like looking back on the attempts that were made, your real attempts in the past, and it's like, well, that didn't work out. Well, that didn't work out. How is, and this goal is way bigger. I just wanted a promotion and I didn't get that because you were thinking too small with the promotion. And if you would have received the promotion, you would not be in alignment with your actual purpose. Thinking too small. Thinking too small is what can cost you in ways that you hadn't thought before. And it's because you're only operating on what you've seen thus far. Well, if I'm supposed to be, well, if you're, yeah, heck, come on, Spirit, help me with the words. There is this view that says that when someone is destined to do great things, that good things happen to them along the way. That it gets built up over the course of time. And that if your life is not showing signs of steady growth, that you aren't destined for anything. I am talking to someone here. Talking to somebody who took a really big loss. Okay, let's not forget the tower is up here. Okay, we're talking about somebody who took a very big loss. Who took a gamble even though they didn't feel like they were worthy or that they had what it took, but they tried it anyway. And even in the midst of giving it a shot, even though they were riddled with negative self-talk, self-doubt, anxiety, that it was all internalized. And so when things fell apart, it's like, whoop, see what I told you? I knew I wasn't going to get that thing. I knew that thing wasn't going to work out right for me. Look at all of that. Look at all of these horrible things that happened to me. There's no way that this is my purpose. But it is. The reason that these things came to pass partly was because you were hyper focused on smaller concepts. You are meant to think deeper. You are meant to think broader. You are meant to think on a grander scale. And when you use your resources for something that is not in alignment with you, and it doesn't facilitate your greater goal, it's going to be more difficult. You're going to wind up taking more losses. You're going to find yourself in positions where you do internalize that stuff. And even though these great things are happening for you, the only thing that you can think is where you lack and focusing on what's wrong with you. Thing is, collective, there's nothing wrong with you. We have our goals, right? We have the jobs and the lessons that we decided we were going to learn on this user interface that we call Earth, right? Okay. And when we get down here, we forget that there was an actual grand purpose, and we set out to make our way through this heavy ass planet called the Earth in the year of Beyonce 2024. Focusing on keeping ourselves comfortable within the confines of this world. Come on, Spirit. Focusing on keeping ourselves comfortable in the confines of this world is deterring and distracting us from the real goal. And when those distractions get too much in the way, and like we really work at it. Remember I was talking about going hard in the paint for something that wasn't quite right? Yeah, that's that thing. Worried about that promotion, worried about those people, worried about all this other different kind of stuff. Like, y'all, we got some worried about the state of the world, right? They're collective. And I'm not saying that this stuff is, we all got to live here, right? And we do want to be comfortable, sure. But we're here and you all are tuning in because deep down in your heart of hearts, you know that there is something greater than this. And that you have an important role in that something greater. So the $64,000 question is, how do I go through and fulfill my purpose while still being able to function in this time and space continuum that our souls chose? We chose to be here in this time, in this space together. We chose this life. So how do we make the best of this and fulfill our purpose at the same time? First thing we have to do is remember that we actually have a purpose. Go back to the basics. Okay? With the Four of Cups, there is a gift that is being handed to you, right? For example, let's look at this for a minute. You got two babies. You got a human baby and a lion baby, right? And the milk is spilt. The milk is spilt. Okay? The cadaver is picked clean. And there's the fire. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know too many lions who are running around here wanting cooked meat. Only humans want that, right? Also, I'm hearing this thing about like when you grow up and grow past needing only milk and all of, like after a while, you need more than just mother's milk to sustain you, right? You get full off of it, but there's more here. And notice that both of these babies are actually eating meat and there is a fire here. I don't know about you, ain't a whole lot of naked babies running around here stoking fires, you feel me? So there are some blessings here. You need to think bigger. Need to think bigger than mother's milk. Come on. Oh, Spirit. Because you're growing into these things. The fact that you are questioning that there has to be something more than this, that there's got to be something better than this shit here, means that you are getting to that place where you can ponder these big things and not become overwhelmed. Or when you do become overwhelmed, you can start to separate the wheat from the chaff and say, you know what? A couple of these thoughts were just, couple of synapses firing and it's no big deal. But there's actual value here. There's value in the loss. Matter of fact, there's value in this anxiety. Watch out now. Because all these thoughts, there's got to be something good in here somewhere. Chariot, Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and Four of Pentacles. Exactly. running away or moving away from thinking that, moving away from misdirection, not having enough, and feelings of lack, to learning how to recognize what is actually in front of you. Okay, you've got the Four of Pentacles on top of the Four of Cups. You've got actual dirt to mix with your water. You got dirt mixed with water. All you need is some seeds and some sunlight, baby. You got crops, right? You've got the Chariot. There's going to be some changes, some big changes, some movement here. You know, like you asked the questions, you opened up the door. Open the floodgates of heaven. Yeah. Like, okay, it's raining. It's raining big time, right? Five of Pentacles right behind it. Yes, we're getting away from this. Getting away from the thinking small, getting away from all of the things that go along with thinking small. The frustration, the anger, the oh God, I can see it too. Like, the complaints of small talk in general. Passing judgment on those whose paths differ from yours. Scraping and clawing at every little thing. Not trusting that source will provide. Getting away from all of that. And expanding your level of knowledge with the Page of Swords. Because if you have all of these thoughts running around about something that is way bigger than you, that means that you are going to have to learn how to field all of those thoughts and determine what's worth pondering and what's worth leaving alone, right? And hanging on to what's actually worth pondering. You have grown past the milk and are eating not only meat, but eating cooked meat. Cook my meat. That's our title. Cook my meat. Got it. Oh, that's funny. All right. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me today. And until we meet again, remember to be good to yourselves and to each other. I will see you next time. Bye now.